There is not as queer as folk. Never mind, oh, never mind. Being worried is no joke. Never mind, oh, never mind. When there's something on your mind, you will very often find it is cruel to be kind. Never mind, no, never mind.
We've got Selwyn worried to death. I dropped the Sunday papers off at their house and he's been following me round ever since.
All morning?
For hours. I've had him going in places he wouldn't normally be seen dead in.
You don't mean he followed you into the...
No.
No.
But he waited outside.
Don't you think we ought to tell him?
No, let him suffer. Silly old thing.
Are you open yet, Raymond?
We will be when Vera gets behind the bar.
Pint of cooking, please, Vera.
Well, I thought you'd have been in hours ago, Selwyn, to help me with the crates. What have you been doing?
I've been a bit busy. I've been doing a favour for Morris.
Anything I should know about, Selwyn?
No, not really, Vera. No, it's all a bit sort of secret and confidential. You know what I mean? Even our Morris don't know about it.
Oh, I like it when anybody can keep a confidential secret, don't you?
I don't think people ought to go abroad for their holidays when we need the money in England. I don't, honestly, especially somewhere like Switzerland. I mean, they've got plenty, haven't they? I mean, they even look after the International Monetary Fund, don't they? There's an article about that in the Times. So, I mean, if they're a bit short, they can borrow a bit of that. Mind you, they shouldn't have any, because they should be very rich. They don't have to sell a lot of watches, you know. And them gnomes they make.
Gnomes?
Yeah, they make gnomes there, you know. They're very famous, gnomes of Zurich. That's in Switzerland, Zurich. There's an article about that in the Times. I mean, you probably finish up breaking your legs because their snow isn't half slippy. It is, honestly, especially on those slopes in Geneva. And if you went to Geneva, you probably won't get a hotel anyway because they're always full up. They're always having them conventions. Honestly, I don't think it's right going. She goes out without Morris, you know.
Well, Morris, I'll leave you and Selwyn to do the washing up. I'm just going round to your Auntie Noreen's.
Oh, right, ma'am.
Ta-ra.
All right, ta-ra then. All right, Selwyn, come on, spit it out.
Do you fancy coming round the club?
You know I never go to the club.
I know you don't, Morris, but honestly, it's great. The beer ain't half cheap.
I don't drink beer.
No, I know that, Morris, but, I mean, they sell all other sorts of drinks.
I don't drink any of those either.
Well, you could just have a bag of nuts. No, you could, or a game of bingo. I mean, hey, they got a new handle on the one-armed bandit.
I don't want to go, Selwyn.
There's a smashing turn on this lunchtime, honestly. I booked him myself. He's fantastic. He's an impressionist from Doncaster. He's ever so original. He's the only impressionist from Doncaster who doesn't do Tommy Cooper.
Look, Selwyn, look, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't play bingo, I don't like impressionists. I don't like the club, you know, the atmosphere. It gives me a cough.
Well, I'm on the committee. I can have a window open for you.
Look, Selwyn, look, you like the club, you go down to the club. I prefer to stay on my own.
I know, Morris, but when you go in the club, you see and hear things that you wouldn't know about by not going in.
No, Selwyn, that's why I prefer to stay here.
Oh, go on, just this moment. Come round the club. You could see Vera.
She's at work. I don't go to the club to see Vera at work. She doesn't come to see me at work. I mean, you go to work, you know. You don't go to play.
I know. It's different, though, you working in the parcels office and Vera working in the club. But, you know, I mean, you don't get fellas coming in saying things to you.
Of course I get fellas saying things.
What sort of things?
A fella came in last week. He said, I want to take this parcel to Norwich.
That's about time, Morris. Look, I'm trying to help, but if you won't help, how can I help?
The more you explain, the less I understand.
Well, you know, fellas come in the club and I mean, honestly, they say things like to Vera. I mean, different things. You know, they say things like things.
Look, Look, Selwyn, you might find this difficult to understand, but, you know, when Vera went to work in that club, well, we had a long talk, you know, and, well, we agreed that I wouldn't go to the club, but she would tell me everything that happened.
Everything?
Yeah.
She mentioned anything about skiing?
Skiing?
Skiing in Switzerland?
Well, there's no reason why she should.
There would be, though, if she were thinking of going there to do it, wouldn't there?
Look, Selwyn, are you trying to tell me something? Because if you are, come on, let's have it.
I think somebody's propositioning Vera, you know, like somebody else. Not you. Honestly, to go to strange-sounding places with faraway names.
You're talking nonsense.
I'm not, honestly. I didn't want to tell you because I knew you'd be upset.
You're imagining things. I mean, who is it?
I'd rather you found out for yourself.
Oh, look, Selwyn, there's nothing going on between Vera and this hypothetical individual. I mean, because if there was, I would be the first to know.
No, you wouldn't. The hypothetical individual would be the first to know. It stands to reason. Any road, if you're not coming out, I shall have to go without you because he'll be finished his term.
Who? This hypothetical individual?
No, the impressionist. I mean, you can't let personal problems come between you and your duty, not when you're a concert secretary, can you? But I'd be worried if somebody told me that some fellow was insinuating himself with my fiancée. Honestly, I would. I think you ought to think about it, Morris. He's not a bad-looking fellow, isn't Raymond?
Look at the price of this holiday in the Bahamas. I wonder, can you do it through a building society?
Hey, this Ibiza looks nice, doesn't it? Hey, there's a place here called Oolali.
Oolali? You fancy going to Oolali and Oolali? Hey, that chalet looks small, doesn't it?
That's not a chalet, that's a sauna.
Find the cooking, please.
Well, a fine concert secretary you turned out to be, Selwyn. You missed the concert.
It's all right. I saw the turn. I've paid him. He was waiting for me on the car park.
We paid him, he should have paid us.
What was he supposed to be, Selwyn?
An impressionist.
It didn't impress me.
Why? Didn't he do very well?
And this place was full before he started.
He went down like a lead balloon.
Well, he went ever so well when I saw him. That's why I booked him, and I thought, you know, he'd be original, him not doing Tommy Cooper.
He couldn't do anybody else either. He did James Cagney, we all thought he was Shirley Bassey.
I like the bit best when he did Tom Jones.
What happened?
He fell off the stage.
Oh, I'm sorry, lads. I won't book him again. I'll make a note of it in my book. But, you know, it's the first mistake I've made that hasn't worked out, isn't it? Because, I mean, even those strippers I thought were jugglers, you like them. I know I should have been here to see him, but I've been a bit busy. I had to have a confidential secret chat with Anne Morris.
What was it about, this confidential secret chat?
Well, it was secret and confidential.
But what did Morris make of all that?
I don't think he understood what I was talking about.
Vera?
What on earth are you doing here?
Oh, wonders will never cease.
The booking office must be shut.
Mine's a cheap day pint of lager.
I'd like a quiet word with you.
What about?
Switzerland.
Been yodeling, have you, Selwyn?
Switzerland? No, I wouldn't go there. Vera, inflation is terrible. Bloke next door to me couldn't afford a sledge. Had to slide down hills on his missus.
Hey, if you do go, you want to take some warm clothing with you. You might get frostbite in your digits.
Don't take no notice of him, Vera. It's a very beautiful place. On a clear day, you can see Julie Andrews. Well, are you going to Switzerland, then?
Yes, but the point is, who's going with her?
Well, you can count me out, boy. When I need a mountain, I goes home to Wales.
I can't go on a skiing holiday with a beautiful woman who'd look after me rhubarb.
Yeah, I'd soon have a good meal.
So it is you, Raymond.
Yes, this is me. Not very much, but I'm all I've got.
You and him.
What do you mean, me and him?
I suppose it's inevitable, cooped up behind that bar, checking the stock.
Well, of course we check the stock. That's what we're here for.
You didn't have to go to Switzerland to check the stock.
What have you been saying? Look, Morris, I'm going to Switzerland with you, you great onion.
Me?
Well, don't you remember what we were saying yesterday, watching trains on the embankment?
Would you like me and the lads not to listen? We could go up to the committee room and have a meeting.
We'd rather listen. Sure, Vans. Unanimous.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, you said, will you marry me? And I said yes.
And I said I'd help out with the honeymoon, because my brother's a travel agent.
I mean, all Ray's been doing is trying to find us somewhere nice for us to go on our honeymoon.
Here's another fine mess you've gotten me into.
Well, Selwyn?
I don't suppose you want me to come with you, will you?
When a mister meets a miss, never mind, oh, never mind. Now and then it ends in bliss. Never mind, oh, never mind. True love sometimes finds a way. Whatever people say, keep your family out the way.